Hello everybody, I am Randy Arrington and this is the 6th episode of Page Valley Living. And before we get started today, I've got to apologize to all of our Cavalier friends out there. Had to wear the Hokie gear and celebrate Virginia Tech's big victory in Scott Stadium, 55-17. The Hokies over the Cavaliers on Saturday. Great win, and the Hokies are now going bowling. Now back to business now. We are here today in the William Kibler Library in Stanley on Main Street, and we're going to be talking with Leon Stout. He's a town treasurer and the organizer of an event that it's going to bring hundreds, if not thousands, of people to downtown Stanley this weekend when they celebrate Christmas in Stanley. We're going to get to that in just a moment. But first, before we go to headlines, let's tell you just a little bit about our sponsor, Luray Caverns. From well-lighted paved walkways, explore cathedral-sized rooms with ceilings 10 stories high, and walk among huge chambers filled with towering stone columns. Come visit Geology's Hall of Fame, only at Luray Caverns. Visit them online at luraycaverns.com to plan your trip today. We are filming on Tuesday, November the 28th, but our 6th episode of Page Valley Livin' will be airing on Wednesday, November the 29th. And now looking back at the week that was in the Page Valley. With the Thanksgiving holiday and the long 4-day weekend, there isn't a whole lot to report this week, but on Turkey Day, funds were raised for the Page Free Clinic through a fundraiser offering a wonderful Thanksgiving meal at Faithbrook Barn and Vineyard. The next day on Friday, dozens gathered at the Rec on West Main in Luray for a free community Thanksgiving meal coordinated by churches, civic clubs, and the Rec. The community coordinated event is expected to become an annual event. Most local government agencies only have one more meeting left in 2023, as they have canceled their second meetings held in later part of the month for November and December. The cancellations are typical this time of year around the holidays when the government business slows down. In the world of sports, the Luray girls kicked off the 23-24 basketball season on Monday night with a close non-district loss to Class 3 Harrisonburg 53-50. Luray overcame a 10-point deficit to take the lead in the fourth quarter but couldn't hold out down the stretch. Senior Emily Donovan led the Bulldogs with 15 points, followed by sophomore Ella Parlett with 12. Congratulations goes out to Luray's Kason Bryant and Braden Ansel for earning a spot on the All-Region 2B football team. Bryant, a sophomore, was selected as a second-team running back, while Ansel, a senior, was a second-team linebacker. And now, coming up over the next week in the Page Valley, the Luray-Page County Chamber of Commerce will be holding an open house and ribbon cutting to celebrate 20 years of Main Street Bakery and Catering with Chef Chuck from 4 to 6 p.m. on Monday, December the 4th at 127 East Main in downtown Luray. Next Thursday, December 7th, the Page County Democratic Committee will be holding a caucus at 6:30 at the Rec on West Main to select committee members and new officers. Next Saturday, the Caverns Shrine Club will be hosting Caroling in the Caverns from 6 to 8 p.m. on Saturday, December 9th at Luray Caverns. Local ensembles and choirs will be performing holiday classics with echoes from stalactites and stalagmites. Entry is $20 per person. All proceeds benefit Shriners Hospital for Children. And now, coming up this weekend, and we're turning our attention back here now to Leon Stout, where we're going to talk about all the stuff that's going to be happening this weekend. There's going to be people lined up all and down the streets, Leon. First of all, thank you so much for joining us and being here today.
Thank you.
Well, this is going to be a great time this weekend. The streets are going to be filled with candy. Have y'all ever estimated what your crowds are at these Christmas parades?
Well, it's hard to really come with a concrete number, but it's about 1,000 people.
About 1,000 people. Now, y'all had around 1,000 the last couple of times you've done the Halloween events, and this is something in recent years where the town of Stanley has more things going on. You got more things going on out there at Hawksbill Park with the pool. You've got more events. You got the Trout Day out there that happens. You got National Night Out, I know, is a big night here, a huge event where a lot of people come out. Halloween has become a big deal now, but the Christmas parade, Now that has been here for decades and is one of your central holiday events. But now you guys are going to have about how many entries in the parade this year?
It's usually between 50 and 75.
Usually between about 50 and 75, and we're in that neighborhood this year again. And now afterwards, you're going to have some stuff going on down at the park, at Ed Good Memorial Park. So tell me a little bit about some of that, what's going to bring Christmas in Stanley.
Yeah, the town decorates a good amount of the park now. And about 2016, we decided that we were going to do a event down at the park after the parade. So we moved Santa from the office down to, it was the shelter, but now we got the pavilion. Mm-hmm. We will decorate the pavilion. We will have fire pits, food, elephant ears. Mm. We have hot chocolates going to be sold, available.
So elephant ears are not only available at Stanley Homecoming.
No, we're trying to make them more available.
Now, you said that many of the entries that we were talking earlier, and you said many of the entries for this year's parade are many of the same old characters, and one particular entry in the parade is never the same person, but always the same crown. And this year is the Grand Marshal. Tell me who's going to lead the parade.
It'll be Miss Virginia, because she didn't make it to the homecoming parade because that was the night of the, Saturday night was the night of the pageant.
And she normally comes every year to the Stanley Homecoming, and this year is going to be in the Christmas parade. And if I'm not mistaken, y'all have already scheduled a slot for Luray Councilman Ron Vickers to get his picture taken. Am I correct?
Yeah, we had to make sure.
That's locked in. That's locked in. Okay, we got to make sure that's in ink and not in pencil. All right. Now, let's see. What else is going on down at the park? You're going to have fire pits. I think there's going to be some s'mores. You're going to light a Christmas tree, right?
We'll light a Christmas tree, and Santa will be right next to the Christmas tree.
Okay.
For all the children to see.
Now, they can get photos with Santa. Can they get photos with Miss Virginia, too?
They can.
Oh, wow.
She'll be down there.
Excellent.
At least for the first part of the night.
Excellent. I'll tell you what, that Santa fella, he has been busy already, and we're just getting into December. You know, it's always nice every year I think about, Stanley really kicks off Christmas for the rest of the Page Valley, don't you think? Having the parade first, and then, you know, Luray's will be the following weekend, and other events to follow. Of course, Friday night now, before your Christmas parade, folks, don't forget, down at the depot in Luray, the Luray-Page County Chamber of Commerce is going to have their holiday festival down there, kicking off at 4 o'clock. They're going to have a great atmosphere there. Enjoy that Friday night. Come out to Stanley on Saturday. Enjoy Christmas in Stanley. And Leon, will you stick with us just a moment and play a game called 5 W's? All right. We're going to go and visit once again with our sponsor, Luray Caverns. You know, the Smithsonian Institution once said, quote, "It is safe to say that there is probably no other cave in the world more completely and profusely decorated than that of Luray." Come see Mother Nature showing off only at Luray Caverns. Visit them online at luraycaverns.com to plan your trip today. Now back with Leon Stout here, Town Treasurer in Stanley, and also one of the event organizers of this weekend's annual Christmas Parade and Christmas in Stanley down at Ed Good Park right after the parade. Make sure you get down there. Lots of good stuff going on. Now, Leon, we're going to play 5 W's. We're going to give you a little who, what, when, where, and why. Are you ready?
Yeah.
As ready as you'll be. Anyway, all right, here we go. Who will be judging the entries in the parade on Saturday?
It will be Heather Comer, Gina Hilliards, and Brittany Alger.
All right, and there's going to be multiple awards. I think there's some cash prizes. Am I right?
For best float, most outstanding entry, best horses, best EMS, fire truck, squad, of multiple of opportunities.
Wonderful. And there'll be a 3-person panel selecting those winners. Wonderful. All right, now what is your favorite Christmas movie?
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
And why? You got a favorite scene?
I just like the movie.
Come on, the favorite scene's got to be when they're well, never mind. We won't talk about that. When he was emptying. Okay, yeah, you're with me. You're with me there. Okay. When do you start decorating for Christmas?
yesterday, but most generally the day after Thanksgiving.
The day after Thanksgiving, right when it should be. That's what I'm not sure about these folks that start before Halloween.
No.
You know, that you got to give each, I said this last time, you got to give each holiday their own billing. All right, where is the entry in Saturday's parade that's traveling the farthest from? Where are they coming from to be here and participate?
McGaheysville Fire Department.
McGaheysville Fire Department. All right, and here's the big one here at the end now. Why is it important to continue this holiday tradition? Not only the parade that's been going on for years and years, but the additional events now that are going on to create that holiday Christmas feeling here in Stanley. Why isn't it so important to keep those going and keep them growing?
Because we try to create an open family atmosphere down with the fire pits and the Santa underneath the shelter. And I did our music under the Performance Center will be the Stanley Elementary Band and high school band, and Dustin Kephart will be singing. So it's all the music. It incorporates community also, which allows us to get together. And you have local talent that come in and help things out.
There is nothing like small town America at Christmas time. I'll tell you what, it's wonderful. Well, Leon, thank you so much for being here with us today and talking about that, folks. It is Christmas in Stanley this weekend on Saturday. The parade starts at 6 o'clock. Right after the parade, everybody's going down to Ed Good Memorial Park. Make sure you are there. We want to say thanks once again to our sponsor, LeRae Caverns. We also want to say thank you to Eleanor Arrington for all of the behind-the-camera work today. If you enjoyed the show, make sure you hit that like button, share it with a friend, and please hit that subscribe button on our YouTube channel. And finally, make sure you visit all of our furry friends down at the Page County Animal Shelter and help them find a forever home. This is Randy Arrington saying until next week, enjoy that Page Valley living.